Love and fear, blessing and sins. As long as we fight, nobody wins, and I'm flowing. I don't know where I'm going, for as long as I'm here, I'm glad I'm flowing. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you did that. I'm glad I'm going. Glad I'm going. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Should have figured out what key it was in there before I started.
F sharp.
What was it in?
F sharp.
Oh, God.
The thing you didn't know.
Yeah, really. Didn't feel like F sharp. I don't know what F sharp feels like then. All right, I'm going to have it together this time. I'm going to decide what I'm going to sing, and then I'm going to turn to the right page. Somebody remind me of that, if they don't see me do it. All right, so we had a topical song. We'll go with a love song. And I'll start where love starts, which is with hope. And in this case, not just a little bit of hope, but hope that springs eternal. And for the record, it's in B flat, in case anybody wants to jump in.
On a velvet sky, lights the water down below. The magic of romance fills you with an inner glow. Hope springs eternal. Could it be the time is right for two souls to mingle, creating a single love, shining through the night. The water looks so inviting, your touch is so exciting, but I've jumped in before, and I found that there's more that meets the eye from above. Hope springs eternal. Could it be the time is right for two souls to mingle, creating a single love, shining through the night. Anybody want it? Go anytime.
deciding, but I've jumped in before, and I found that there's more than meets the eye from up above. Hope springs eternal. Could it be the time is right for two souls to mingle, creating a single love shining through the night? For two souls to mingle, creating a single love shining through the night.
Nice.
Well, I did it better on the CD because I was impersonated by Ron Soul.
You are a terror.
I learned it. That was one that I learned from my CD. So I've spent the better part of my adult life commuting between Huntington and Charleston, and that's a long haul on which to write songs. And so this is one of the few folk songs ever written about an interstate, and it has a little bit of history in it. If you remember Smiley's Motel along Interstate 64 Blues, this is called Interstate 64 Blues. Driving home, there's a river of cars, trucks, tires, comb. My right hand steers, legs on my knee. I'm looking around to see what I see. There's Smiley's Motel, $40 a night. Off on a mountain, a mansion so white. Rich people building houses so high. If they could do it, they'd build in the sky. Bridge wants the world to know Joe loves hope, hope loves Joe. Bull loves the creek, rip down some pine. The roughneck mansions of breaking straight lines. Now there's a sign where the creek used to roam. Lots for sale at roaming creek homes. This is the road that you travel each day. Some morning sunshine, some gray. Fill up your gas tank, smile as you pay. Watch out for cops along the way. By skull and crossbones catches my eye. Long narrow tanker doing 90 or more. Zooms on by, boys on its score. Red sudden sunset hangs in the sky like an old lady's room. Still one every night. Here comes nighttime to cover it all.
Energy drink and in the weeds. Chicken talk, pigs talk this way. Leaving behind the smell of ruined day. This road goes east, this road goes west. Long distance drivers pull off for rest. Where are you going? Where are you from? Is somebody counting the days till you come? This is the road that you travel each day. Some morning sunshine, some heartbreak. Fill up your gas tank, smile as you pay. Watch out for cops along the way.
Interstate 64 Blues.
Hard to tell, but you're sitting right in front of
Well, I just wrote this song. Considering the history of the state, occasionally I see stuff that, and read stuff and hear stuff and see stuff that just really makes me angry. So I wrote this song called This About That. Choose the loving honey, don't choose the money, buddy. Don't go down in flames. And if it all goes boom tomorrow at noon, don't go down in flames. Filthy water, don't quench our thirst. Don't poison us to line your purse. Chemtrail soils, don't twisted corn. Your children come out all deformed. Blown up mountains don't grow no trees. There won't be birds or flowers for the bees. With an empty belly and nothing to do, when all your neighbors are turning on you, you wish you laid off gas and coal. Took more time to find your soul. Choose the loving honey, don't choose the money, buddy. Don't go down in flames. And if it all goes boom tomorrow at noon, we will rise again. We will rise again. Choose the loving honey, don't choose the loving buddy. Don't go down in flames. Yeah.
Say something just a minute.
Sure.
So you want to stand or sit?
All right, we're going to break format here for just a second. This is, I said, a work in progress. Songwriter Stage is going to be every Tuesday night from 7ish to 10ish here at the Timothy's. We're under the Courier Diner in case you don't know where you are. And want to remind you that next week we have J.B. Hudson and some other people. Travis Vandal's going to be here next week, along with Mike Arcuri and a yet to be announced person. We're not quite sure who that's going to be yet. But in coming weeks, we also have an all-girl review in 2 weeks with Katrina Brown coming down from Fayetteville, and Casey Litz will be here, we hope, along with Dina Hornbaker. The following week, on the 17th, Jeff Ellis and Tim Browning coming over from Huntington, along with Mark Allen Bates is his name. And lots of good singer-songwriters in the Valley coming up in the coming weeks. So be looking on Facebook for what's happening here. And Paul has asked me to break format a little bit. He has a special guest with him tonight from the state of Vermont, we understand. We're promoting tri-state singer-songwriters, but I've got people that are going to be coming, I hope, from Nashville as well. So and Louisiana in the future. So here we go, branching out. So, Paul, you can take it.
Yeah, so just let me tell you about my friend here, Barry Lane, and among a certain group of people, teachers who have seen him present his writing workshops around the country. He's famous. I mean, he came down here from Vermont today to do some presentation for some teachers out at Stonewall Jackson. So they flew him down, and he does major keynote addresses at big teacher conferences and stuff like that. So he writes one of the things he does is he writes songs about teaching, and I'm not sure exactly what kind of song he's going to do tonight, but he's got a great sense of humor, great guy. Please welcome Barry Lane.
Thank you. Wow, it's so great to be watching these great musicians and then realize that, oh wait, I'm going to try to do it myself. I don't really play bars much. I think this is the first one, so this is a debut. So do you want a protest song? I just have an album of songs for children, but they apply to adults as well. This is a song called Afraid of Love, and it's about xenophobia. The word, just to explain it, the word xenophobia means fear of foreign people. Sometimes, I was in Kentucky once in the county, and they were talking about foreigners, and I realized they were talking about people in the next county. and xenophilia means love of foreigners. So what would happen if xenophobia, a guy named Xenophobia, met xenophilia? In other words, who would win? Love or hate or fear? A friend of mine, Amy Ludwig Vandewater, a poet, she helped me write the song. We wrote it together. And I said to her, it begins like this. His name was Xenophobia. He lived north of Morovia. He was afraid of everyone in town. Her name was Xenophilia. She worked in memorabilia. She smiled and laughed at everyone around. I said that to my friend Amy, and this is what she wrote. This is the chorus. Afraid of love, in love with fear. Sad hearts live alone in stony towers. Love shines on through all the years. One by one the hearts start to flower. He met her in the grocery store 20 years after the war. He didn't like the way she smiled at him. He tried to look away from her, but everything became a blur. He couldn't be the person he had been. Afraid of love, in love with fear. Sad hearts live alone in stony towers. But love shines on through all the years. One by one the hearts just start to flower. This is the part that the kids sing together. Darkness always shatters with a light. Day will always cover up the night. Hope will always drown out all the sad. Good will always swallow up the bad. They married in the marketplace and gave hope to the human race. Some people laughed and other people cried. It's hard to know just what to say when all the hate is matters with a lie. Day will always cover up the night. Hope will always drown out all the sad. Good will always swallow up the bad. Afraid of love, in love with fear. Sad hearts live alone in stony towns, but love shines on through all the years. One by one the hearts they start to flower. One by one the hearts they start to flower. One by one the hearts they start to flower. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Paul, you want to resume or
I'm confabbing with my
confabbing? We'll have none of
We'll
that.
take a what, 10-15 minute break?
Sure, let's do that.
Entertain yourselves now.
10 or 15 minute break is what we'll do right now. Like I say, we're kind of playing this by ear. I want to thank y'all for coming down to Songwriter Stage.
This is where they buy the
It's all
CDs.
about writing the songs and coming down with people that appreciate good songwriting, and also those people who want to work on their songs. This is a place to come get a little bit of feedback on them. And we do have CDs for purchase from these artists that are here tonight. So come on down and buy one if you wish, and we hope you will. Upcoming Songwriter Stages, as I said, will be next Tuesday, June 3rd, with J.B. Hudson, Mike Arcuri, and Travis Vandal, along with other yet-to-be-known surprises, just like we've had a surprise just now come in. And that's what we're striving to create here, is a songwriters community in Charleston and West Virginia and the Tri-State, so that there'll be a place for people to come try their new songs, tweak them, and be able to finish those songs that maybe they get stuck on or need some reaction to. The following week, the 17th of June, is going to be a special day as well. Rather, the 10th of June will be equally special with an all-girl review. Yeah, we use that word here. And that's going to be with Dina Hornbaker, along with her friend Casey Litz, who we're working on confirming, and Katrina Brown coming from Fayetteville. Katrina is probably the hardest working and most popular lady singer-songwriter around this area in terms of somebody who's playing out a lot. She's a regular down at Taylor Books, and somebody you don't want to miss if you've not seen her before. And if you have, you know that you don't want to miss her as well. The following week, the 17th of June, will feature an award-winning songwriter, Jeff Ellis, from South Charleston, formerly of Huntington, along with his friends Mark Allen Bates and Tim Browning, both of who front bands in the area. And be watching and listening, put your ear to the ground for other things coming up here on the Songwriter Stage at Timothy's. I want to remind you too that the kitchen is open upstairs. There's a menu on the table, or if there's not, make sure that you get one from the bartender, and make sure that this is the home of some of the best food you'll have in Charleston as well. So bear with us, and we'll have some more live music, more original music in just a few minutes. Thanks. Along with Travis Vandal and some other yet-to-be-named stars of the local area. There's a rash of songs going around right now about the water incident that we had on January 9th, but every once in a while such a thing happens too, as somebody jumps onto a cause and says, hey, can you write a song about this? Can you write a song about that? And about 4 or 5 years ago now there was a group of people who were looking for songs of and about the Coal River. And my friend Dick Patton, rest in peace, came to me and said, hey Roger, you should write a song about the Coal River. They're looking for songs about West Virginia, the Coal River Basin. And they were looking for songs either from a historic point of view or an historic point of view, if you're grammatically correct, I guess. or environmental point of view, or what was the recreational point of view, themes that they were looking for with the Coal River and the Tour de Coal, etc. But I went online and I found a story that took place in St. Albans. A lot of people don't realize that right here in West Virginia was the scene of this nation's first commercially operated lock and dam system, right there on the Coal River system, on the Big, Little, and just plain Coal Rivers. And on that river there were three predominantly busy, what they called steamboat or stern-wheeler pilots. And they were the captains of their boats, of their ships, so to speak. And they each took pride in that, and all of them usually would cultivate into having a nickname so that they were known by something. And it so happened that the three busiest captains on the Coal River system were Captain Bill, and Captain Bill. All three named Captain Bill, and so they each came up with based on their personalities and their life stories, they came up with a nickname, and one was known well and far and wide as Lying Captain Bill, the other was known as Fighting Captain Bill, and the other was known as Drinking Captain Bill. And even after that, they all came to answer to all three names because they all wanted to work as much as they could. So, this is the true story, though, about what took place with a flash flood on the Coal River in the, I think it was probably around 1867, late 1860s, because Captain Bill Griffith was on the river from 1855 to 61 when he joined the fight on the southern side, and then came back when they opened the locks and dams back up again from 65 until 71, and then they closed, never to operate again, and those locks and dams, or the remnants of them, are still out there on the Coal River to this day. But this is the true story, with a little poetic license, of Lying, Fighting, Drinking Captain Bill. moorings broke and soaking, but Captain Bill was fighting still. His courage was unbroken. He rolled and shivered down that river, swimming with the fishes, and tied up, say, the big coal's mouth without a broken dish. He's a legend still up in these hills. He was one of the most famous captains. He lying, fighting, drinking. He answered to all three. First, float those locks and dams and navigate those big log jams. He floated right on down the Mississippi. Lying, fighting, drinking, Captain Bill, son of these West Virginia hills. Charted courses, never mapped in the most famous stern. No captain, story told is still a legend in these hills. Lying, fighting, drinking, Captain Bill. Charted courses, never mapped in the most famous stern. No captain, story told is still a legend in these hills. Lying, fighting, drinking, cold and wet and stinking. Lying, fighting, drinking, Captain Bill. Story of Captain Bill Griffith on the Coal River. We'll get our songwriter stage feature performers back on stage here in just a minute. That's a little bit slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it that the one you want never seems to want you back? 1, 2, 3. Why is it that the one you want never seems to want you back? Such and such for that something. Then start over. Why is it that the one you want never seems to want you back? Why do we search and search for that something that we like? Why is the one who falls for you not the one you choose? Why can't we just be satisfied? Are we born again? Born to get the blues. It's when you with love that's true. With your whole life through. Born to get the blues. It's when you don't wait for love that's true. Born to get the blues. How many people do you know thought they found true love at life? A couple years will pass them by, now they're longing for the past. That rosy glow in heaven they found when they first fell, and faded as they're haunted. I say relationships are hell. Born to get the blues. If when you lose, make a love that's true. You wait your whole life through. Born to get the blues. If when you lose, don't wait for love that's true. You're bound to get the blues. What makes you think that God created someone just for you? He didn't put you on this earth to search the whole world through. Satisfied with what you got now, why should you refuse? Just remember when things fall apart, you were born to get the blues. Born to get the blues. If you win, you lose. Wait for love that's true. You worked your whole life through. Born to get the blues. If you win, you lose. Don't wait
That's a professional
Put
for
the
you.
man on the spot, man. That's the way to do it.
They figured it out. It was not too easy to figure out from what I had here on the paper.
So a couple of years ago, Dan Magnuson hosted the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame evening. It was the first one. And she wore this green prom dress. And after everything was done, the evening was over, she comes out and she says, "All right, that's all we got for you tonight. Let's all now go out and drink champagne in mason jars." And I thought, champagne in mason jars, now that's a line. So it took me a couple of years to pull a song around that line, and this is it. Forsaken by someday, she says I'm gonna be a star. Oh my, I'll go so far. I'll drink champagne, champagne from a mason jar. He lets her sing. When he gets a tip, there's a bell he'll ring. Bobby gives her half and she really swings. She loves to hear that ding-a-ling. Where she lives, the train don't stop. She knows a mile, but she don't know her top. Used to date the town's only cop. She sings hit songs, hit songs, hit songs to her restaurant mom. Her sound. What we gotta do is shop it around. Got her in the sack, here's what she found. You can pour $1,000 in a hole in the ground. So she drove right out of that dead-end town, sang her tunes in Nashville in an old prom gown. Tell everybody what's going down. She found her life, at the lost and found. On the charts for a while, got the number 83. It sure made her smile. Heard it one night on the radio dial. Driving through her life, those were the happiest miles. The money ran out, she pointed her car back to that town and back to that bar. She married that cop, he thinks she's a star. It took in mason jars. Champagne in a mason jar. Thank you, Ann Magnuson. They're up here. There's a CD that I assume both of you guys are on. Is that right? Who else is in that thing? Mary Lynn McEwen is in the band. It's a trio called the Brothers Sisters. And the name of the CD is You Can't Be Lost. And it's up here, and it's $12. Okay, $12. And I have a bunch of CDs with me. You know, it's a legacy here. Let's see. The blue one, they're color coded. So the blue one is my singer-songwriter CD that I did a few years ago. I'm not going to define few for you. It's more than 3. Could be anything more than 3.
Can you still play them all?
I will say this, and those of you that follow Mountain Stage, this will date it a little bit. The Mountain Stage band plays on it. They're my backup band on here. And John Kessler's playing bass. So, okay. And Julie does some background vocals, and also some friends of mine, Bill and Becky Kimmons and Nancy Buckingham, sing on one of the gospel numbers, and they're in Bill and Becky are still singing a band called Bare Bones here in Charleston. Then there's this, the pink one, or rose-colored one. Well, it's pink. It's strawberry-colored. It's Strawberry Lass. This is oh, that was my singer-songwriter. I said that. And this one is pretty much a solo CD. I play guitar and fiddle on it. I do have a mandolin player who plays one cut with me, my friend John Longwell, I've been playing music with for years and years. This is all original fiddle tunes, and it's called The Strawberry Lass. And it's that's the title track. It's a waltz, and the Strawberry Lass is a waltz named after for my wife, whose name is not Strawberry or Lass. Then there's School Bus Coming, and I was an elementary school teacher for 25 years. I retired 2 years ago, and this is some songs I wrote for elementary school students. It's got great hits like 4th Grade Blues and I Failed My English Test. And when I do things like Barry Lane does and do workshops for teachers, I bring those out, and or if I play for kids. And some of the songs are not original in here. More than half of them are. And then I play in a contra dance band. Contra dancing is something like square dancing. But anyway, I travel around. We travel around. Well, we've gone as far north as New York, and as far south as Atlanta, and as far west as St. Louis. And we play once or twice a month, and we sometimes get to play for dance weekends and things like that. And we sometimes get paid pretty good money, which is really pretty amazing. But I play fiddle with that band, and it's called the Contrarians, and it's brown.
It's the brown one. It's contrary coded.
Yeah, we got the School Bus Coming was yellow for school bus. Yeah, right. To review, if that's blue, singer-songwriter, pink, fiddling, original fiddle tunes, yellow, school, brown, fiddle.
You were a school teacher, weren't you?
So we have
And just for fun, I brought this with me just to show you. I'm not selling them, though I could sell it. I got some more.
What is that?
This is a real album. This is a 33 what is it? RPM? Yeah, 33 RPM album, the Booger Hole Revival. And we made this in 1979, I think, or 8. Well, whenever 3 Mile Island was, because we were recording during when 3 Mile Island was happening in a little a studio in Cincinnati. Anyway, the Booger Hole Revival, and I played fiddle mostly in that band, and we lived in Roane County, and we were hippies. Yeah.
Is that like a large CD?
Nope, not as much space.
Yeah. Now, what did I do with my? Oh, good thing I don't need my pick for this, because I don't know what I did with it anyway. So I'm going to do now. After all that build up, I'm going to do a song that I did not write. I'm going to do a song, that I helped. Well, in a way, you could say. Well, let's see. I'll tell you what I can say about it. John Gorka wrote it, and John Gorka. How many of you know John Gorka? Applaud if you know John Gorka. Yeah. Or you know who he is. You don't have to know him personally. You don't have to really. But John is a great songwriter. I think he's originally from maybe New Jersey, but he lives somewhere else now. I'm sure, like out west. Comes to Mountain Stage quite a bit. He lives in Minnesota now. Okay. Anyway, he was good enough. I mean, he's a wonderful songwriter, and he's nationally recognized. He's been on Mountain Stage a bunch of times, and so is Ron, by the way. And and he wrote a song for us. I mean, he came here in February, and on January 9th is when our water crisis began, our chemical spill began, and I think that this show was maybe on first week in February or something, and he had a song for us, and it was called "Give Us Back Our." Well, no, he called it "Letter to Charleston." Now, it was written from his point of view, from the point of view of an outsider. What would it feel like to be here, to be in a place, like be in our position, the position we are in? And I loved the song, and I just happened to have the experience to have been invited by Larry Gross to play fiddle for the ending song during that show, because it was a tribute to Pete Seeger, and I had been communicating with Larry and asking him, what are you going to do as a tribute to Pete Seeger? Because Pete Seeger had just died the week before. So I had the privilege of being backstage when John was singing this song, and I was crying, and I was just amazed by this song. It was beautiful. And so I decided to start singing this song, but I couldn't sing it the way he wrote it, so I started changing the words, being a songwriter as I am. And so I don't know John personally, but he seemed like a nice guy, and I wrote to his agent and sent him the words that I had been writing and asked him to pass them on to John. And long story short, he approves of this version of the song, which is from my point of view. Did you hear about our water? It's all over the news. It's a scary story. Rock you to your shoes. Tell me what you would do if you were in my place. Anger, helplessness, starting in my face. Give me back my water. Don't mess with my air. If you hurt my children, I'm coming over there. Give me back our water. Don't mess with our air. Feel free to sing. If you hurt our children, we're coming over there. Again, we're at the mercy of things we can't control. If they made me king, I'd say that heads are gonna roll. Throw me
and have a drink, or feed them through a cage, bread and water from the sink. Give us back our water, don't mess with our air. If you hurt our children, I'm coming over there. Give us back our water, don't mess with our air. If you hurt our children, we're coming over there. You're thinking about leaving, getting out of town. Get a farm, dig a well, put some seeds into the ground. But no well is deep enough if enough don't care. It's the same water, it's the same air. Give us back our water, don't mess with our air. If you hurt our children, we're coming over there. Give us back our water, don't mess with our air. If you hurt our children, we're coming over there. Now, this is a verse, all those other verses, I just changed a word here and there. I wrote this verse and added it. Listen, West Virginia, it's in our hands now. If we don't fix this state, we're all going down. Some politicians sold us out. Tell everyone you know. Someone's got to stand for us from Wheeling to Mingo. Give us back our water, don't mess with our air. If you hurt our children, I'm coming over there. Give us back our water, don't mess with our air. If you hurt our children, we're coming over there. Dear sons and daughters, we'll do what we must. Who do you love? Who do you trust?
Hey. This is called Can I Talk to You?
The band and I were playing late one night. Out on the beach, the wind was at our back. When a young man came to me when we were through, he said, I've got a troubled mind, can I talk to you? He said, I've got a troubled mind, can I talk to you? Iraq is where I've been, but I'm back alive. Every friend I had was blown to pieces. The army taught me to keep my cool, follow orders, and stay alive. I got Got a good job and a loving wife, but I just can't survive. He said, I've got a loving wife, I just can't survive. Well, the VA said they had a cure for me. Take all our drugs, group therapy. Well, I did everything that they told me to do. I took every drug in the pharmacy, but the war it haunts me still. I took every drug on the street I could find, the war it haunts me still. Well, I'm sitting in the turret of my tank. When my orders come to pass, see that figure with the gun on the right, take him out for me. Woo-hoo! See that figure with the gun on the right, take him out for me. Well, my trigger I do tap, the turret lurches back. The face of an Iraqi 12-year-old shatters in a flash. What kind of prayer do I need to pray so I can heal from that? The band and I were playing late one night. Out on the beach the wind was at our back. A young man came to me when we were through. Said, I've got a troubled mind, can I talk to you? He said, I've got a troubled mind, can I talk to you? He said, I need a friend tonight, can I talk to you? That's a true story.
Great song. That's a great song.
Well,
Yeah, this is actually came out.
two.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a song we written in honor of Becky Webb, actually.
I'll play a real short one. For a long time I thought that songs all had to be real long. You know, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Forget Light My Fire, that went on for what, like 9 minutes or something? On 8-track. 8-track.
We remember that.
Yeah, everybody remembers.
But sometimes I write poetry and set it to music, and not all poems are have refrains or repeats. And I finally got used to that idea that songs can be real short. This is called Heart of Stone.
So it's a little known law in West Virginia that if you're a singer-songwriter and you haven't written a song about West Virginia after 20 years, it's a misdemeanor. Felony! It becomes a felony at 25 years, so I was at the 20-year mark and I decided I better get to it. But then, in order to hedge my bets, I pasted my piece of West Virginia song for one of the greatest songs about West Virginia ever written. Not the one you think. I don't know where I'm bound. I don't know just where I'm bound. I don't know where I'm bound. But
stand up to play this one. I cannot play the song sitting there. It's impossible. You'll see why. Yes, boy.
Everybody has no pain. Everybody's gone insane. Everybody has no grief. Everybody's not a thief. I've had a hard life. You've had a hard life too. If it hasn't happened yet, hard life is waiting for you now. You can break me down. You can take me down. You can take me down. 'Cause I'm riding, 'cause I'm riding, 'cause I'm riding on a wave of love. I'm standing on a road of gold, leads to heaven, so I'm told. I'm living in a world of now. I'll survive, don't know how. But it's easy when you're out of here.